Hi guys, welcome back to Wellness Wednesday. I'm Lindsey from Thrive Yoga and Wellness, and my tip for you this week relates to a very simple and easy way to manage your digestion, particularly if you're somebody that feels like your digestion feels sluggish quite a bit. You don't digest your food very efficiently after you eat. You feel full for a long time. Maybe you feel somewhat bloated or gassy after you eat. If that sounds like something that affects you, this tip is going to be particularly helpful. But this tip that I'm going to talk about is actually a rule of thumb that's really good for everybody, regardless of how you feel your digestion functions, because it helps your digestion function most efficiently. And so what it is, there's two things. One is that when you're sipping beverages throughout the day, whether it's water or something else, you want them to either be warm or room temperature. You want to try to avoid cold drinks, and particularly avoid drinks with ice in them. And if that seems like that's something that would feel really difficult to do because you really like your drinks with ice in them, you can make it a process where you kind of back off from that. So maybe start by sipping cold drinks with no ice, and eventually move to where your beverages get warmer and warmer. And then if you stop at just sipping kind of room temperature things, that's okay. And if you don't feel like drinking warm things all the time, that's okay. You can stop at room temperature. The other thing is while you eat your food, try to avoid drinking anything at all. But if you do need to have some drinks while you're having any of your meals, what you want to do is take small sips of warm water. Particularly at this point, it's very important to avoid drinking cold drinks. And the reason for this is because your digestion is managed by what's called your agni. That's your digestive fire. And when you eat your food and then you take a sip of a cold drink, or even a larger drink of something that's cold, you essentially kind of douse the digestive fire and essentially put it out. Your agni kind of functions a little bit as a furnace in the digestive system, heating the food for digestion so it can be broken down into nutrients and waste. And so when you douse that fire, obviously it doesn't function as efficiently as you would want it to. So as you're drinking drinks throughout the day, try to avoid cold drinks, drink warm things or room temperature things. And then when you're eating, try to avoid drinking altogether. But if you have to, small sips of warm water between bites. And that's all there is to it. It's that simple. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll meet you back here next week for another episode of Wellness Wednesday. Have a great week, guys.